I'm Brennon, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have a Magic deck. I recently went and played Magic. I went and played Magic the Gathering, and I played my new deck. Here's my new deck. The Commander, Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. This is my mono white monster. This is my I get to have fun and you don't deck. I feel like I make a lot of those these days. This is my my Hubris Knows No Bounds Commander deck. The Commander, $40 because I insisted on getting the good art. It is only $40 because I did not insist on getting the best art. One day I will have that $100 art. But there she is. Isn't she lovely? I love her. The rest of the deck is made out of two other of my decks. I Frankenstein this together out of Minthara, and the Final Fantasy Hope Mill Life Gain deck. Here's the deck. Look at the cards. I need to buy new sleeves. These sleeves are clunky, dusty, old. I think some of them are a different shade of black. Nobody let me have fun with my Attractions deck. I played Attractions first. We played 2 games. I played Attractions first and it didn't work and I died. Turns out making a bracket 1 fun deck doesn't win games. So I pulled this out game 2. I showed this. I expected to be targeted. Did not know that people couldn't target me. I bought 2 cards and the rest I pulled out of my Box of Despair because I had to get the other Elesh Norn, the Grand Cenobite. The other creatures get +2/+2. Other creatures the opponents control get -2/-2, which it's nice. It's fun. It's fine. The rest of the deck is trash. The rest of the deck is garbage, dog water. I need to invest more money into it so I can make it more evil. Let's talk about it. I don't really know how to improve this deck, because I've had a Blink deck before. I kind of have, like, pretty good cards for it. I need a Panharmonicon, and that's it. That's all I need. Maybe some more of the Soul Sisters. But here's the deck. Don't look at my pajama pants. Here's my deck. I'm just going to go through and talk about it. Because I'm playing mono white, I have a lot of basic planes. I'm a basic land enjoyer. I like a basic. But this deck's definitely fine. It's okay. It labels itself as a bracket 3 when I input the deck into whatever app I use. Which, that's nice, that's fine. I was playing against people who knew what the deck was. I gave away the Commander before I played the deck. I read what it did. I let them pick the decks based on it. And I still won, but that just means that, like, a lot of the, like, opponents' ETBs don't trigger. Just didn't really work. Because this deck has minimal ETBs. This deck is surrounded around a different thing. I think here's Elesh Norn, like last Commander on the table, everyone's prepared, everyone's ready, and I go, I think I'm going to play Elesh Norn, the Mother of Machines. Everyone would kind of ugh and groan, but I was very upfront with it. I was like, I'm playing this game 1. If I don't have fun, I'm playing this game 2. Everyone okay with that? Everyone was okay with that. So, that's kind of how it was. I'm playing 38 lands. Might add more, might take away less, just depending on, like, how my games work. 38 basics. I have a Rogue's Passage and a Command Tower. Why do I have a Command Tower? It's funny, but yeah, 40 lands, 60 playable cards, one of which is a commander. So I think I'm doing pretty well. I think the deck's just, it runs smooth enough. I'm getting enough card draw. I'm getting enough of anything and everything that I'm having an okay time. I mean, if I was playing against like stronger or different people every week, I would definitely try to upgrade it more. But I play with the same 3 people who haven't bought a deck in like a year and a half. So, me just coming to the table with something new every couple of weeks, it's fun. Mono white. White's really the protection color. It's really the blink color. Every color really has things that they're good at. White just so happens to be protection. So I have a lot of things to protect my board and get rid of threats to scare my board. I got really lucky that I got to put Swiftfoot boots. That's the hexproof one, right? I put boots on my commander, and I was like, I'm gonna equip the boots to my commander. Any responses? No one had a response because everybody was tapped down, but it's good that I brought it up and mentioned it. It's also good that when someone had artifact removal, they used it on a sword that gave someone +2/+2 in goad. Really good threat assessment there, really good on their end. Keep my boots around. I love my boots. I talked about it a moment ago, but I have Swiftfoot boots. But the cheapest one I have, the cheapest one I could find, was the Marvel one. So it just has, Speed Demon's legs on it. I should have just spent the extra $1, but I was already at $120. I'm like, let me cut corners where I can. I need a new Swiftfoot boots. I don't like them at all. They make me mad, honestly. Those on Elesh Norn, that doesn't go with her fit at all. I have a decent amount of piles on my table. A decent amount. Don't look at my pajama pants. But I think I'm going to take Approach to the Second Sun out of the deck. I just think it's the most uninteresting, hey, I win the game. Hey, by the way, I win the game. In the game. I would rather a Thassa's Oracle than Approach of the Second Sun. I know you have, counter magic, and you can just, steal the top card of the library. There's definitely strategies to get rid of Approach of the Second Sun, but I just think it's lazy and bad. Approach of the Second Sun's fine. I think it's a fine card, but I have a lot of, life gain support. I have a lot of, synergy. So, that's fine. I have a Cleric class, so if I gain life, I can put a +1/+1 counter on a card. There's a card, by the way. A lot of text. All you have to know is when you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Okay, I was gaining a lot of life. I was gaining a lot of different instances of life gain. So I just kept putting +1/+1 counters on my commander, and then attacking with a Rogue's Passage. Unblockable, 10 commander damage here, 10 commander damage there. That killed a player, but not reliably. He was playing elves. He was playing whatever her name is. You tap her and then you do 10 damage to the board, which was killing the other players, but I was at 80 life. So that wasn't really an issue for me. I have my Aetherflux Reservoir, retro printing, because of course. You gain a life, pay 50 life, deals 50 damage to any target. Bam! Murder. But that just kills one player. If I have commander damage on board and I have Aetherflux Reservoir, I can kill 2. I want to be able to, do a lot. Best thing with the strategy is a lot of my spells are cheap to cast. I don't have many, CMC above 4. And even then, the ones that do cost that much do a lot for me. So, I'm just tiny spell here, tiny spell there, doubling it up because of my Elesh Norn. I'm a big fan. This is my second monocolored deck. I have the Mind Skinner, which is my mono blue mill. I had Krinko. I had 3 out of the 5, but I gave away Krinko. I want to make just more monocolored decks because it's a fun challenge, and it also turns your brain off. Oh, you get mana? I know what color. But some of my ETB creatures, a lot of my creatures that enter the battlefield. I have all of my ETB creatures. I have a lot of my creatures that when other creatures enter the battlefield, things happen. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain a life. Life create duo. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain a life. Hint a little sanitizer. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. Soul Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may gain a life. Soul Attendant. I have more than one of these on the board. I'm just getting a lot of life. I have 4. Even though Life Create Duo costs 2 mana. Too expensive. So with these on the battlefield, every time something enters or something gets flickered or blinked, life gain. Double up the life gain because I have a scary commander. I'm getting a whole bunch of life off of my other creatures. When it ETBs, when it enters the battlefield, when it enters the battlefield, I gain a lot of life. How about I gain more life? I don't have any issues with Universes Beyond. I don't have a lot of issues with it. So I have my like Black Panther cards, including Black Panther. Doesn't do anything. I just need to fill a spot in the 99. When she enters, create 2 1/1 white soldiers. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. Cool. There's her from Black Panther. I have a Wakandan Shield Guard. Creates a soldier. I have a Kyoshi Warrior. When it enters, create a 1/1 ally. I definitely need more like, hey, when this creature enters, it gets a friend, but not now. I have my draw engines, my Priest of the Ancient Lore. When it enters the battlefield, I gain a life and draw a card. My Spirited Companion, it's an enchantment creature, so I can tutor for it. When it enters, I draw a card. I have my Sky Scanner, it's a 3/3 Thopter, a 1/1. But when it enters, I draw a card. Typically, bad card. 3 mana, draw 1. But 3 mana, draw 2. And it's a flying body, score. This deck is just, okay. What's bad that I can make a little better? Rooftop Percher? Sure. I love the art. I think the art is so nice. I think it's so fun. It's a 5 mana colorless creature, but when it enters, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyard. You gain 3 life. When it enters, those are my favorite words. Exile up to 2 and then gain 3 life. Okay. Night Nurse, Healer of Heroes, Flash, Lifelink. When it enters, choose target permanent that was put into the graveyard, return it to your hand. Recursion, really nice. Charming Prince, does a lot. I have decent protection. My board's never dying. You're Not Alone, Path to Exile, God's Willing, Selfless Spirit, Take Up the Shield, Safe Passage, Swords of Plowshare, Crumb and Get It. I have Parting Gust, I have Breath of Life. A lot of just okay protection, or a lot of okay just take a card out of your graveyard, put it onto battlefield. And then I have decent blink. Daydream, exile a creature you control, then return to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. Flashback, another round, touch the Spirit Realm, which I channel. I think it's my only channeled card. Lae'zel's Acrobatics, Otherworldly Journey, Justicier's Portal, Personify, Flicker of Fate, Feldar Guardian, Flicker Wisp, Scroll Shift. A lot of just exile, then bring it back. For my Don't Attack Me, I'm Just a Baby, I have a Windborn Muse and a Ghostly Prison. I also have Thalia, Heretics, Cathor? I don't know. It just says creatures and non-basics your opponents control enter tapped. And it's a Secret Lair art. A lot of fun cards, a lot of interesting cards, a lot of... I'm going to upgrade you the second I get something better. When I made this deck, when I bought this commander, when I had this brainchild, I really thought, okay, I'll play like one game. If it works the way I want it to, cool. If it doesn't, I'm just going to put the cards back together in their respective decks and throw Elesh Norn in the 99 of somewhere. I really like this deck. This deck's not going nowhere. I'm a big fan. I really like it. I really think it's interesting. I think it's scary. I think it's evil. I like to be the archenemy. I like to be the target of the table. I like to be the Brennon's doing something scary. How do we stop this? That's definitely me. I have a lot of evil decks that I probably shouldn't. I've definitely like marketed myself towards the big bad that you have to inevitably defeat. I like that as my role of the table. I don't like to help people destroy other people. I'll politic if I need to. I play a lot of blue for that reason. I was like, okay, I can counterspell his big scary thing. You just have to make it so I don't die. But I like to be the one murdering. I like to be the person who's killing. I like to be the person who's slaughtering. I like to be the person who gets to tap the minus on the life option until it hits 0. Well, are you ready? We're going to play a commander game. Get your deck out, shuffle up. You ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got no lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You ready? You ready to play? I'll go first. Can I go first? Sure. I will play a Plants. Okay. And I'll play a Hinterland It's 1, 2, that whenever the creature enters, I gain a life. Okay, I pass turn. A tapped land? Really? Okay, back to me. I'm gonna untap, I'm gonna upkeep, I'm gonna draw. I'm going to tap 2 to play a Marble Diamond. This is a tapped mana rock. Yoga. Another tapped land. You're really not taking this seriously. Okay, I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna upkeep. I'm gonna draw. I'm going to play a Plains. I'm gonna tap 1 for a Cleric class. I'm going to pay 2 for a Spirited Guardian. When it enters, I draw a card. And then when another creature enters, I gain a life. But because of my Cleric class, I gain 2 life. Then I'm going to tap the Marble Diamond for a Daydream. Exile target creature, then return to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. I'm going to Spirited Companion. I'll get to draw a card. I get to gain a life, but I actually get to gain 2 life because of my Cleric class. And I'm going to pass turn. A third tapped land. Okay, man, I don't know what you're doing, but I just have a dog and a rabbit. So I guess neither of us are really doing anything too crazy. I'm going to drop her turn. I'm going to play a Plains. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to tap down and cast my commander, Elesh Norn, the Mother of Machines. Sound good? Great. I pass turn. I did gain 2 life off that, by the way. Another tapped land. Okay, you're tapping on your mana. What do you... A tapped mana rock. Okay, you're doing stuff. Back to me. Thank you. I'm going to draw. I'm going to play a Plants. I'm going to... tap down 3, 4, 5 mana for another round. Exile any number of creatures you control that return to the battlefield, then repeat this process X times. I did it, I pressed X 1 time, so I'll get to do it twice. If I'm reading that right. Reading the card explains the card. So any number of creatures you control that return to the battlefield, then repeat X times. Fantastic. I'm just going to choose my Spirited Companion. So it's going to do once, so it exiles, it comes back. I get to draw a card, but instead I get to draw 2 cards because Elesh Norn's out. Then I gain life off the rabbit. I gain 1 life, but instead I gain 2 life, but instead I get more life because of my cleric class. So I'm going to be getting a lot of life. And then the second another round happens. So I exile him, bring him back, 2 more cards, 4 more life, 3, 2, 1, 8, 18 life. Okay. Sounds good? Great. I pass turn. Oh, back to me. Draw per turn. Okay. I'm going to play my land per turn. I'm going to do a next instep. But I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 to channel this. Bring him back at my instep. Then I'm going to... You don't have any creatures out yet, so I can't do that. I'm gonna pay 3 mana. Union of the third path, draw a card, then gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4 life. 5 because my cleric class, and I get to draw a card. Secret Rendezvous. Don't have the mana, so I'm gonna go to my instep. He comes back. I gain the life. I get to draw a card. Elesh Norn's out. I get to draw 2 cards. I pass turn. Oh, hey, where you going? Wait. Okay, I'll play again. Draw per turn. Ooh, tap 2. Sofa Boots 1 attached to my commander. Now you can't touch me. I'm gonna play my Soul Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, I gain a life. Fantastic. I'll play my land per turn. I will... Yeah, I think I've shown off kind of what the deck does now. Why I'm having some fun. Gonna warp him in. So I'm gonna gain life off that. I'm gonna gain more life off that. I'm gonna gain even more life off that because the commander. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 life. 5 life a creature. Fantastic. Anyways, I think I'm going to go now. I think I'm done showing you what this deck does, how it works, how it functions, my opinions, my thoughts on it. Honestly, I'm a big fan. I love keeping it in the pink case because she's just a girl. She's just a lady. What can she do? She's not even that scary. I lied through my teeth. I had fun playing it. It's definitely not going to be something I play every game because people would hate me. But as a few times, as an experience, I'm a big fan. This definitely isn't something I'm going to be playing a lot. This definitely isn't something that's like top tier on my list. I play this when I'm sick of the table and I desperately want to make people mad. Same with my like Sofa Harvest Hands Enchantment Stacks deck. You can just hear words and then groan and be upset. That being said, I think the deck's fair. I think it can get shut off pretty easy. I only have so many protection spells. I don't have much counter magic. But even without my commander, they're cheap creatures that when on board give me a little benefit. And if I get the resources to blink or flicker them later, definitely fun. I have a great time with this deck, and I feel like the second line of text that say opponents' ETBs don't work doesn't come up too often. There's definitely more like oppressive stacks pieces in the commander's zone. That being said, I'm going to pay 1 mana for God's Willing. I'm going to gain, my commander's going to gain protection from blue this turn. I'm going to play You're Not Alone to give it +4/+4. And then, you know what, for the hell of it, I'm going to Path of Exile the creature that's attacking. Anyways, have a great day, amazing day. I'm going to go now. Bye. It's funny that one of the scariest things in the world is Elesh Norn wearing shoes. The second the boots get on her, a lot of things can go wrong. I think this deck is very... Please don't board wipe me.